Alright, this next battle, these two are comedy friends, which is another word for workplace friends. They're both also international. One of them is the first Singaporean to ever do the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, putting Singapore on the map. The other one is the first Singaporean to represent us in the Melbourne comedy scene. So tonight we're going to test who is the better international as comedian. So first up, representing out of the blue corner from Singapore, Mr. Jinx Yeo! And from the red corner, representing Singapore, Wei Jie! So, Yang, you will be the judge for this one. Do you know any of these Chinese people?
Yeah, Botak, I know you.
Oh, how do you know Botak?
I see you on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you see him on Facebook at Jinx Yeo Comedy on Facebook at JINXYEO Comedy? Did you see him there?
Sadly, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have a roast time, but I want to save it for the show. So, you know these two, you're going to be impartial and fair then? I'm not sure judge. This will be also interesting. This is the first time both of them are roasting in Singapore. So before we begin, are we ready, boys? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's begin. Give it up for our roasters, ladies and gentlemen.
I start, right?
Yes, you start.
So Wei Jie went to Melbourne to study, and he also went there to do comedy because Wei Jie uses the same blueprint for his comedy that Singaporeans use for their studies. If you can't make it in Singapore, go to Australia.
Didn't you do Melbourne as well, Jinx? Yeah, right. You know, Jinx is a lot like a porn star. A lot of his fans like to see him online. Jinx is also a lot like a porn star because of his lips. You know, those are lips porn stars would kill for. He also uses those lips to give oral pleasure to fans like you. But more to the point, his lips are like porn stars because they look best when they're covered in cum.
You notice on Wei Jie, on his face, he has a birthmark, you know, and Wei Jie actually jokes about it. He says it like kind of looks like a shit stain, you know, but of course there's nothing wrong with having a birthmark, right? Like what's repulsive is the rest of his face. The shit stain actually makes it look better.
Thank you, Jinx. Jinx is actually a very humble man. All he wants for Christmas are his two front teeth. Jinx's teeth are so bad, meth addicts give him money for dental care.
You know, when Wei Jie performs comedy in Melbourne, he likes to smoke cigarettes on stage because smoking cigarettes reminds him of how he got the gigs. You know, with a 6-inch phallic object in his mouth and with his saliva on the butt.
Jinx is like a joke machine because he's more like a robot than a person. He's so much like a robot that he cannot afford to get his girlfriend wet. Sorry.
Oh, at least I have a girlfriend. Wei Jie's girlfriend is his laptop, and he does get it wet. Sometimes when Wei Jie performs comedy, even in Singapore, he likes to wear a blazer. He likes to wear a blazer because the audience's response is so cold that he needs more warmth. But you know, people say clothes make up the man, you know, but jokes make up the comedian, and Wei Jie is neither.
Jinx is a lot like an opposition member of parliament. His political views are irrelevant, and he spends a lot of time overseas to avoid jail time.
Wei Jie has a Facebook picture from 5 years ago where he's holding up a $10 bill, and the reason is because that was the first time he got paid for comedy, and now 5 years later it's still the only time he got paid. which still makes him the most overpaid comedian in the world. Because if you calculate how much he gets paid on a per laugh basis, $10 divided by 0 laughs is like infinity dollars per laugh.
I'm so bad at comedy because I try my best to follow in Jinx's footsteps. We actually went to the same primary school, you know, and I also dropped out of university just like Jinx. And after 7 years of doing comedy, just like Jinx, nobody knows who the fuck I am.
Last joke.
Alright, Wei Jie is studying in Melbourne, but he actually took a leave of absence. Not because he needed a break from his school, but because his schoolmates needed a break from him. And of course, taking a leave of absence, coming back to Singapore, his parents are disappointed. You know, they would prefer if he was still studying in Melbourne, so they don't have to see his face every day.
I actually have a lot of respect for Jinx. I think Jinx is the Freddie Mercury of comedy. He's a great performer, and one day his AIDS will kill him.
Oh yeah, I know. So, Colin, start with you. What do you think of battle and who won?
Well, I'm a bit biased because I know both of them personally, and the thing is, I've seen Wei Jie die before, but I've never seen Jinx with cum on his lips. So I'm gonna have to give it to Jinx.
Hey, for come on his lips. Alright, what do you think?
Laptop joke did it, man. Seriously.
Laptop joke. So which one takes it? Jinx takes it again. Alright, and last but not least, Mr. Baba, what do you think?
Oh man, that was tough. You guys are both really good. Jinx, you're the weirdest fucking looking person I've ever seen in my entire life. Your glasses are on, yet you still look like you're looking for your glasses. You're funny as shit though. I'm gonna give it to Jinx on this one.
Alright,